Today at the Costa Group, we have Simeon from the Real Estate Center.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on the Costa Group.
Perfect. So we wanted to know, I've watched you, I'm watching you and Jazz on Facebook and Instagram. Some new and exciting things you guys are offering your clients. Do you want to touch a little bit on that?
Sure. The biggest thing that we're doing is we're trying to go way out of our way in kind of summarizing the last decade of our business and bringing value to our clients via our podcast, which is now becoming a pretty significant production. The following has grown into the hundreds. Actually, I believe we're into the thousands at this point.
I did see that, yeah.
So we're very proud of that, and we're very appreciative to all the listeners and our clients who have kind of got on board that. But we are providing also a lot of video tutorials and a lot of how-tos, best practice, what not to do's, etc. via YouTube as well. So our channels are all growing. We do go through Facebook and Instagram to let people know when those do become available. So it's very important for all our listeners to hop on, take a look for the Real Estate Center, look for the Costa Group, kind of start following those avenues so they can have access to all this information.
For sure. So there's, I was looking at the last one you just posted. I honestly thought it was you, Jazz, and your assistant, but your team is actually pretty big. And you guys are, so where do you touch upon city-wise?
The team has grown significantly, and we do have some of the most senior brokers, most successful brokers in the Greater Toronto region. We do like to say we cover, we actually have a national, our very own national network. Yeah. So we have partnered up with what we believe are the best brokers, especially investment-focused or high-end luxury home-focused realtors in the entire country. But in Southern Ontario, my team specifically, which is about 30 brokers, we go anywhere from Oshawa to the east, all the way to Burlington to the west, and then we do have very active, engaged partners in both Hamilton, St. Catharines, Niagara, because we do a lot of business in that region because all our clients are kind of in the GTA, but the minute they step outside of it, which is many of them, that's kind of 80% of our book of business is in the GTA. We do have some very preferred partners that we work with in the Hamilton, Niagara, and to the North, Barrie, Aurelia markets, etc., which are big with investment right now as well. Perfect. But we touch the Southwest Ontario is kind of.
But you guys are different because you guys host a lot of seminars. You offer your clientele investment properties, but it's exclusive. I went to one of your events. They were taught it was the best that I've gone to. Explain about that. What do you guys are putting these information sessions. You're offering food, you're offering drinks, and you're exposing these, new greater secrets sort of thing, investment properties.
Yeah, so they're definitely not secret. What they are exclusive, and I think you hit the nail on the head there. So basically, over the last 10 years, we've grown to, we have about 3,000 of what we like to call the REC insiders. REC is the Real Estate Center. Insiders is kind of, it's not a membership because there are no membership fees. We don't charge for education. We don't charge for you to be privileged to our information. It's kind of grown organically. We started with rooms of 5, 10, and 20 people, and now obviously the stage has grown where we speak at, every single major event, real estate event in the city of Toronto, we're typically part of. Whether we deliver the keynote or a market update or present opportunities, we do have exclusive relationships with most developers. Many of our clients have extremely large portfolios. So when they're making moves within their portfolios, such as divesting or investing, when they're divesting, we can offer some of those premium properties up to our people first. So when you're looking to sell a 32-unit apartment building in St. Catharines, my REC insiders will see it way before it goes on the market and much before it ever goes on the MLS.
And that's a huge advantage. That's what I'm saying with being a part of the Real Estate Center.
For certain.
Okay,
for
perfect.
certain.
So so tell us a little bit about your channels. What is that, you're talking about it provides tips and
tricks. I mean, our network is large. We work with a lot of mortgage groups, one of them being yourself. We work with lawyers, and there's of course different kinds of lawyers and different kind of mortgage people depending on the client's needs. If this is just a regular home, your primary residence, you do financing one way. You qualify one way. You're looking at things differently. If you're an investor and you're buying your 6th property, you need a mortgage broker who understands investment properties, how to underwrite those deals and how to package those deals in order for you to be able to close on these properties and continue to grow. You need tax advice. You need personal advice on how to actually structure your own, whether it's your real estate portfolio or your private wealth manager or from your money market accounts. Those two typically have to work hand in hand after you get to a specific level.
Sure.
So we definitely have the contacts and the people to refer you to that can kind of look at your overall big picture and make sure that you're financially healthy and never putting yourself in positions of risk.
Good. And so let's touch upon finally your book.
The book
it's
real estate intelligence, and this is we kind of narrowed down to, we made it as simple and as little as possible with the biggest punch and impact. So it could easily be 300 or 400 pages, but instead of going that route, we cut through the clutter and we put a summary of the biggest, strongest, and time-tested strategies of investing in real estate, the things that you need to do to prepare yourself to get there, which is, of course, building a team of experts, as always, before you touch anything. If you're already halfway through the path, some savvier, some more strategic tips are in there to take you to the next level. And finally, it kind of gives you a guide of what we've done over the last 12 years and how we've structured our portfolios, because we're investors first. I can't stress that enough. When you work with somebody in any field, you don't get if you break your hand, you don't go to the garage to fix it. You go to the hospital to see a surgeon. So if you're looking for investment advice, you need to work with people who are not just investment brokers, but investors themselves. We almost always, and I say this almost always, we buy exactly where our clients buy. So we have an extensive portfolio of real estate. Our clients, many of them have extremely extensive portfolios. But for example, this coming week, we're releasing an extremely high-profile development in Toronto, and the first unit to be bought there is going to be ours. So whoever follows with us we always put skin in the game, is basically what I'm getting at. So we don't promote developments that we don't believe in. We don't promote developments for any other reason other than our and our clients' benefit. So that's kind of how we go about it in business.
Awesome. So check out the Real Estate Center on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We'll connect it on the credits as well.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You bet.